iGlobal Awards 2020. The iGlobal Awards celebrate ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things for the British Indian community and beyond, often extending acts of kindness in the most challenging situations. They come from across the country, from diverse backgrounds, but through their actions, they shine a light on human goodness, innovation, creativity, and sacrifice well beyond the call of duty. We honour the unsung champions that make our community and country proud. This next award is the iGlobal's Art and Culture Champion of the Year, giving us a lift through these challenging times. Nothing can dampen the creative spark inside these leading lights, promoting arts and culture and a glimmer of hope in the darkness. We celebrate their creativity and compassion with this very special award. Let's take a look who the finalists are. Dr. Kishan Bodalia works across the respiratory ward and emergency department at New Cross Hospital in Wolverhampton. An award-winning DJ, Kishan has used his music to start NHS sessions, posting daily videos of performances from DJs and artists on social media to celebrate our frontline workers and lift spirits. Tattva Press. Inspired by Indian culture, Tattva Press is a London-based non-profit independent publishing house. Recently published Creativity in Crisis, a collaboration between 28 different authors showing some of the most unique stories to come out of the current crisis. Bhavik Haria. Bhavik Haria has provided a glimmer of hope for the community through lockdown through his devotional singing and live virtual bhajan performances. Starting in March, he's put on daily concerts, which have been a huge hit and have helped ease the spirits of many around the world during these uncertain times. Priti Varsani and Mira Salat, Red Lotus. Red Lotus Events, founded by Priti Varsani and Mira Salat, prides itself on celebrating traditions and presenting them in ways that have never been seen before. Their most recent production was an incredible virtual Navratri festival, which allowed the community to celebrate this festival in the absence of a physical event. And the winner is Kishan Bodalia. I caught up with them earlier to get their reaction to winning this award. Hello and welcome to iGlobal Diwali Fest 2020. Now, we've been talking about and celebrating the great achievements that people have made, and since it's a very special time of the year, we've managed to catch up with a few people who've made a real mark and difference in people's lives. Today, I'm talking to Dr. Kishan Bodalia, winner of the iGlobal Arts and Culture Award. And I've got a few questions to ask him today, but let me just tell a little bit about him. Now, Dr. Kishan Bodalia works in the respiratory ward and emergency department at New Cross Hospital in Wolverhampton. And apart from the fantastic work that he does along with his team, and I'm talking NHS here, he's also an award-winning DJ. And he's used his music to start NHS sessions, posting daily videos of performances from DJs and artists on social media to help patients through their daily woes. So, Dr. Kishan Bodalia, first of all, let me congratulate you on this prestigious accolade and award that you've so proudly achieved. And may I just tell you what a great job you've done. And I bow my head to you and everybody in the NHS for doing what you're doing, and you're doing it tirelessly to help save people's lives, especially during this awful time that we're going through right now with COVID-19 and the coronavirus, which is, of course, a pandemic. Talking about that right now, welcoming you here and wishing you a very happy Diwali, first of all. Dr. Kishan Bodalia, welcome.
Thank you for having me, and happy Diwali to you too. It's an absolute pleasure to be chatting to you right now about this.
Now, it's been quite a journey for you, I can imagine. And what happened? How did it all start in the first place? What inspired you to get onto the bandwagon, if you don't mind me calling that, of looking after patients in the way that you do?
I've always been into my sort of health, my charity, my fitness, my volunteering since a very young age when I was a child, and I worked all my life to become a doctor. I studied through medical school, and last July 2019, I graduated as a doctor and started my first job in the emergency department. It's been absolutely such an incredible journey of learning. I know it's a career of lifelong learning. And then I started my next post on the respiratory ward, which was manageable to begin with. It was just a normal job as a junior doctor until, of course, the pandemic struck out of nowhere. And from that point on, we were fully immersed within some of, the biggest challenges that the NHS have ever faced. It was difficult, emotionally and physically challenging. And I felt it was my place, being someone who always tries to find the good things that will come out of such difficult situations. And music was that thing for me to turn to. And that's really where the story this year has developed for me, from this place of difficulty and struggle for myself and my colleagues, needing something else to make us feel good and to help our patients and absolutely everyone in the community as well.
You mentioned something just now about feeling emotional about things. Can you just elaborate on that briefly for us?
It's been a roller coaster since the beginning. We go through medical school and our earlier months in training, seeing things that are difficult and expecting to have to break bad news or see patients pass away. But to begin with, it happened at a time when we didn't expect it. It happened so quickly. There were a lot of challenges, a lot of unknown, and there still is a lot of uncertainties. And this created a lot of emotion for us, this not knowing. But this combined with seeing our patients deteriorating at often unmanageable rates and often feeling quite helpless when there is nothing further we could do, was very difficult. And then having to break bad news to family members was heartbreaking. And then having to upscale this for numbers of patients for a prolonged period of time was what made this particularly difficult emotionally.
You might have partly already answered this question for us here today. And the question I want to ask you is that what gave you the idea to start NHS sessions in the first place, apart from the obvious that you've already mentioned, of course?
Yeah, the idea of music has always been with me. I've always loved it. I've always enjoyed sharing music with the people who are around me. I've DJed at clubs and festivals in the past and released music. During the earlier months of my training, because it's such an intense program being a junior doctor, I had very little time to actually focus on music. But as rotas changed and doctors were redeployed, they gave us longer shifts, but more time in between to recover. And this was a time where I felt I needed to do as much as I could for my own sort of emotional and physical well-being, just to keep myself uplifted, but also physically healthy. And I've got a set of decks at home, and I thought I'm going to set these up in my kitchen for fun. And the next idea I had was, why not wear my scrubs and get this in front of as many people as possible online? The connectivity of social media is absolutely incredible, and just a way of bringing people together. Music is like a universal language, so I thought this is the best way of, reaching out to as many people as possible, celebrating our frontline workers, but to also lift the spirits of everyone who's stuck at home in isolation and to help those patients who are in hospital.
NHS sessions, are they here to stay as a permanent feature, even after the pandemic's over? And the sooner the better, I say. But as far as music is concerned and sessions are concerned, I think they should stay forever. But that's just my opinion. What's your opinion?
Definitely going to stay. It might change in forms. Throughout the last 6 months, it's been evolving over time. It started off as me DJing in my kitchen. I've then been doing live stream collaborations with other influencers where they might do a workout or cook food whilst I'm providing the soundtrack. We've had guest artists performing, which I've been posting on my Instagram at Bodalia DJ. And I think over time, NH Sessions is going to continue on with the journey. It's going to remain there, but it's going to have a focus on, I think, supporting emerging talent as well.
I'm very happy and pleased to hear that these sessions will continue, and music really is the key of life. As far as receiving an award for what you've done, did you ever imagine you would get an award? And having done so, how do you feel?
I'm actually lost for words. When I was told that in fact, when I was told I was nominated for this award, I was a bit blown away by that. And then being told I was receiving this award, I was a bit stunned, to be honest. For two reasons, I'm really happy about this. It's because, I mean, first of all, everything I've been doing, I feel, came naturally, completely organically. Being a frontline doctor is my job, and there's nothing more I love more than helping people, especially when times are difficult. Music, again, is one of the things I'm most passionate about. But then combining what I love with, I guess, the amazing like, sort of Diwali Fest, it's just amazing. It's a time of celebration, and I'm very excited, very honoured, and sort of very, very happy to be able to put all these things together and celebrate our sort of community, I guess, through music and having overcome such difficult obstacles over the last few months.
We know that you're committed to continuing this, and long may you prosper doing this as well, balancing a career of being a doctor on one side and having a music career on the other as well. Um, Music often wins, but you're also in the process of saving lives. Um, as far as I'm concerned, people like yourselves are gods, and you save lives. People who work in the NHS, in hospitals, whether it's a hospital porter, to a nurse, to a doctor, whoever it may be, to even ambulance drivers, you people are all gods, and you save lives, as far as I'm concerned. And we bow our head to you for what you've done, particularly in this case, and to your entire team and colleagues and anyone who works in a hospital and with the NHS. Should anybody want to get involved, have a look and support what you do, how do people find out about you?
The best place to find me is on my Instagram or social media. On Instagram, my handle is @Bodalia DJ, and Bodalia is the name I go by, Doctor or DJ Bodalia. I'm on all platforms.
Okay. Well, look, congratulations on winning this award.
Thank you.
Very well deserved. Thank you for sparing us some time to talk to us here, and wishing you, your family, and everyone a very happy Diwali from us to you.
Thank you. Happy Diwali.